Good morning. Today is Monday, March 14th, 2022. My name is Terry Morgan. We are here to practice Xingyi 12 Animals. Not the 5 elements, 12 animals. I have this morning, we're going to focus on this idea of connecting. I've talked about a lot. Connecting the outer form with the internal energy and the external energy, the strength. Now, I put this up on the description for this video, okay? So you can see the two characters that I'm talking about, because it makes a difference. That, for me as a teacher, it makes a difference. If I had a projector behind me here, I'd project the two characters that we're talking about. Okay, jing, also sometimes pronounced jing, strength. This is physical strength. This is using your muscles, understanding how your body works, understanding the physics behind what you can do in any given movement. Okay, it is hard physics. This is not. Here's the angle, here's the direction of force, here's what, right? We can do the math on this. Jing. The other character, jing. Internal energy. This is, in Tai Chi we talk about fa jing, sending out the energy. Fa, send out, jing. Xingyi sends out a whole lot of energy. Alright, so we're going to pay attention to some of that today. Let's get warmed up, let's get started. And well, I'll talk about it again in a minute. Feet about shoulder width apart, stand straight. Pull up through the crown of the head. Shoulders down and relaxed. Hands circle the front. Back around to both sides. Up along the center line. And stretch out. Bend the knees. Open the back. Relax the arms. Relax through the shoulders. One more. All the way up. Elbows drop down. Wrists, fingertips, hands return to your sides. Okay, just a little bit as we get started. All right, I'm going to say this before I forget about it so I can keep going. All right, this idea of fa jing, this idea of sending out the energy, jing. As we practice, we want to develop the skill to do that. More so with Xingyi than with Tai Chi, although it needs to be there for Tai Chi as well. This internal energy that we build up, that we cultivate, is part of our internal practice. In order to, the prerequisites here, in order to cultivate the internal energy, we need to quiet the mind. If we're busy thinking about other stuff, we're not paying attention to what we should be paying attention to. And that can be incredibly difficult. You can be preoccupied with some pretty important things. Basic survival. Yeah. How do you take that little bit of time that you might have to practice? I got 5 minutes, then now I got to go do something. I have 5 minutes, I'm going to go do something. What can I do? Breathe. Seriously, breathe. I don't have room to practice this. And breathe. And I don't have room to practice this is not a reason to not practice, okay? I would like to have more. I'd like to be in the other studio, but my car's still broke, so I'm here. There are advantages that I have from being in this room versus being in the other room. There are disadvantages in being here, but if I focus only on the disadvantages, and it's part of this internal workmanship, if I only focus on the disadvantages, how does that help me? Right? I have to understand what they are. I have to understand what those disadvantages are. But if I don't ever look at what might the advantages be, are there some advantages to be had? There's several advantages to be had in this room versus out there. One of them, I don't have to worry about the sun coming up behind me, right? It's nice to have, but it's an advantage to not have it. I have, right, I could go down the list. I have a long list. And that's part of my point. Those advantages and those disadvantages that I'm looking at objectively in being in one room versus another room. I have those same advantages and disadvantages in my physical body. There are some things that I can do, and I can do really well. And there are other things that it would be unadvisable for me to do because I'm never going to be able to do them really well. Okay? That's the reality. I do not have big, broad shoulders. I don't. So all of the strength, physical strength, yes, I knew I was coming back to that, didn't you? All of the physical strength that I might be able to put behind what I would do with my arms can't come from my shoulders. It ain't there. What am I going to do? I can use my hips. How do I gain the advantage? How do I, whoever you are, how do I gain the advantage? If my shoulders are strong, go ahead, use them. You should, right? Hips are stronger. And most of the time, now I'm not going to say all the time because there's always exceptions, most of the time, for women, our hips are stronger. They are. Use it! Alright, let's warm the legs up and we'll warm up the hips as well. Right foot front, left foot back. Check your posture, check your position, and yeah, you want to be a little wide today. We're going to do a couple more things today. Alright, and ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Sink, open, sink, and change sides. Right leg back, left leg front. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Sing. All right. A little bit more. Wide horse stance. Sit into it. So both feet are not quite directly front. They're just a little bit turned out. I haven't given this in a while, so let's do it. Feet together. Right foot, step out. Left foot, step out. Right foot, step out again. Left foot, step out again. And sit. That's a horse stance. Knees go over the toes. And like I said, the toes are just slightly turned out. Sink. And come on up. One more time. Straight down. Open the legs. Drop the hip. Straight up and down. Nothing else is moving. Just open the hip. Hold. And come on up. One more time. Sink. Hold. Don't move. Then come on up. All right. Pick one or the other. Go to that side. As we practice this, we're developing a couple of things. One is the stance itself. This should be solid. Now I'm going to turn the other way. This is a horse stance, right? Here. Sit. Back straight, knees bent. You will feel this. Relax. You will feel this in the front of the leg. Should pull in. The back of the leg is what supports you. If you're trying to support your weight with the front part of your leg will hurt and you won't be able to do it. Trust me. All right. The holding strength in the front comes through the abs and supporting from underneath the hip. So the best image the best image that I can say is a small child, right? And I'm going to hold that child here so the child can face out. The child can look at what's going on. Maybe I have one of those harnesses that strap the child to me. And I've got both legs right here. These are... That idea, right here. It's comfy. Stay there. It can be very comfortable. More practice, all right? The goal, part of the goal in settling into a horse stance is to develop the strength to be able to do it. Just being able to stand there. The other part is to develop the separation that we want so that the legs move more freely through the hip so that we can do other things. The more freely, the more easily your body can move. Okay? The more flexibility you have, the easier it is to connect what you want to do. I'm deciding this is what I want to do. I have an intent. At mindfulness, keeping something in mind. Xing, Yi. Yi is mind. Xing is form. So, connecting the mind and the body. Yes, that's what we're doing. Exactly. This idea, this intent behind Yi, carries with it the idea of strength and energy. All of our Xingyi has this. It's the name, right? The flexibility to extend the energy as we decide we choose to move is what we're going for. It's not, I want to do this, but I can't because my body is not warmed up enough. All right, do some more warm-ups. I want to do this, but I can't do it because my body's not flexible enough. Then we have to build on that flexibility. I want to do this, but my body's not strong enough to do it. Then you need to build on the strength, right? Whatever it is that belongs to and with the movement is what we need to work on. So if it's more flexibility, more strength, more placement, better connection with the internal energy and the external energy, so that the physical strength and the internal strength combine together in the move. How do we get there? We have to be quiet. The more busy, the busier the mind, the less we can pay attention to all of the things that we need to pay attention to, the less clearly we can see what we need to pay attention to. All right. Santi-bo, pay attention, and I was just talking about the mind. We're going to go inside now. Pay attention to the inner strength that you need to support the stance. Pay attention to the outer strength that you need to support the stance. Join them together. Right foot back, left foot front. And check and make sure that you're in a comfy position, because we're going to be here for a minute. Yes. 60 seconds. Sink, don't come up. So start higher if you think you're going to need it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Sink, shift back, place your left foot, bring your right foot around. Check your posture, check your position, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Sink. And come on up, relax for a minute. All right. During this practice, the focus should be on all of the internal work that I've talked about. I'm counting, you're paying attention to your internal work. I'm also paying attention to my internal work. This connection internally, the internal energy, the external strength, jing, with the idea behind the movement, with the dynamic of the movement, and with the intent behind the movement. That's not all the connections, okay? Long litany. For our beginning practice, the beginning part of this, right? So I'm going to introduce a couple things today, so just watch for a second. Step in, right? Oh, tiger. All right, so as all of our movements in Xingyi are quick, there's no hesitation. You don't hesitate in Xingyi. You're going, period. All right, as we move through that, how do we develop that skill? How do we develop the skill? I know what the movement is, right? Do I know what the movement is? Maybe. Maybe not. If I don't know what the movement is, how am I going to do it? Right? Physical movement. Adding strength to the physical movement depends on knowing what the physical movement is, right? As we work through this part of the 12 Animals linking form, notice what I just did has two more of the 5 elements. Bong Chuan and Pao Chuan, right? We're moving a little differently than we are in the 5 elements form, but the elements are still there. And we need to pay attention to them. So as we're moving, this idea of pulling in and then that release comes with. All right, I'm going to start over here with the opening, right? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Pi Chuan. Step in Bong Chuan, step in Pao Chuan. Right? Feet together, stand straight. Salute. Relax the body. Relax the breath. Open the mind. Don't focus on one thing. Allow the mind to empty so that you can focus on everything. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Salute one more time. And breathe out. Breathe in. Step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And step in Bong Chuan. Step in Pao Chuan. Turn around. Swallow flies through the forest. Bong Chuan. Excuse me. We're going to do that again. Swallow flies through the forest. Then Bong Chuan. Alright? Hey, you got to practice. Feet together, stand straight. Breathe. And breathe in. Salute. And breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Ready? Breathe in. Step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And step in Bong Chuan. Step in Pao Chuan. Turn around. Step up. Swallow flies through the forest, punch down, and 1. All right. As we step out, and I'm going to go back and slow this down in a second. As we step out here, 1, 2, 3. Don't change feet. Don't change feet. We could, but we're not gonna. Okay? So, from here, as I step out, I could change here and again here if I wanted to cover more ground. I need to end up anticipating, right? I need to end up so that I'm here, because I'm going to close here and jump. And that horse stance that we were doing just a few minutes ago, that's what you land in. I didn't give it up by accident. I really didn't. All right? There is a method behind this. All right, so for a lot of what we're doing, there would be more preparation probably. And in a class that was being taught in person, there'd be opportunities for me to see what you're doing and give you some corrections. So as we pay attention to that, I'm going to try and anticipate some of that. Happy to take questions as we go through. Okay, so this first part, just this very first part from the beginning, feet together, stand straight, and we're going to stop at just after we make the turn. Just after swallow flies through the forest. Yeah, so in this one, that twist, we'll stop right after that. Salute. Open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and open. Step in. Step in and turn around. Up. There we go. All right. 2 things to pay attention to here. As we turn, notice that my step is a little bit wider today. We did preparation for that this morning. Yes, we did. All right. That goes all the way to the floor. It does. Goes and comes back up. I did not go all the way to the floor and come back up, but the movement could. All right. So building up the leg strength so that as where am I gonna go here? I'm here, right? As I turn, close the foot, turn the foot, I'm gonna come up right here. I need to turn my right toes just a little bit and step wide enough that I can come up to bring this foot down. Both legs have to be strong enough to sustain what we're doing. Horse stance, the warm-ups that we do at the beginning of class, there's a whole bunch more that we could do. Not doing that today. All right, right now, this first part, one more time, and then we're going to work on this next connecting piece. Feet together, stand straight. I'm trying to get myself a little bit more room back here. All right, salute. And breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And step 1, 2, turn around, 3, 4, down 5, 6, 7, 8. Goes quick. It does. As we step out next with Bung Chuan. Okay? So I'm here. And I talked about this as it's not really straight down. It's not. I mean, let me put this another way. Yeah, let me get my sweater in place. All right, you paying attention to the bottom part of the sweater here? Yes, that grain. Where did that go? You slow it down. It's not supposed to feel good. It's not. It's not. All right, that Gongchuan follows. Step in. All right, so as I'm here, I'm going onto my left foot. My right foot is coming up from what I just did, right? Here, down, turn. Left foot takes the weight. As I come up, bring the right foot down. Bring it up and drop it. And that foot, when it drops, consider that it might be dropping right there on the arch. Okay? This is your heel. Here's your foot. Heel's back here. Drop it right there. Ouch! Right there. You want the point at which the bones connect. You're going to drop your foot. You want to drop it right along the ankle so that you hit the point that the bones connect in the foot. Hurts. Does. Especially if you're wearing heels. Not good to fight in heels, but stacked heels, it'd be all right. It hurts. This one, this one, this one. All of them. Okay? It's just not an isolated, it's go. Right? Some of these applications, and I've talked about this before, with Xingyi, applications tend to be obvious. This is a punch. This is what we're doing. There are the concepts of applying the mind, applying the energy, using the body, and using the internal breath, the internal energy, and the internal spirit. That idea of team sports, we're playing with spirit today. That idea of spirit. All of those combine together with whatever it is we're doing, right? In Xingyi, part of that spirit comes from the shape of the form. That's the name of the art, Xingyi. Part of it comes from the mind, and being able to focus the mind on the particular movement that we're doing, so that everything comes together, all at once, all at the same time, with all of the parts playing together. It's not as easy to achieve as it sounds. It is possible and not as difficult as it might seem if you're just getting started. Okay? It's a step by step. There's no, you can't jump over all of a sudden, now I'm over here. Step by step, each step in good time. And as you practice, there will come that time when the light bulb goes off and you say, oh, that's what she was talking about, right? All right. Feet together, stand straight. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. Relax the upper body, relax the lower body, connect the waist. Pull up through the crown of the head, tip of the tongue touches the roof of the mouth. Relax the breath. A little bit easier this time. Salute. And breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. Open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pi Chuan. Step in. Bong Chuan. Step in. Pao Chuan. Turn. Up. Up. And down. Turn around. Step up with the right. Now, left fist, left foot. Bong Chuan. As we step up, this would be where I would stop and say, anybody got any questions? And I'm gonna keep going. All right. As we step up, here, pull in, pull in, pull in. Now go. This same as what we practice with the 5 elements for Bong Chuan. Each time we repeat, it's very much a outwardly quiet, I'm pulling in, I'm pulling in, I'm pulling in, and go. We move things along a little bit more quickly. Our timing isn't quite so slow, but same idea. All right, and I can slow this down. So let's do a little bit slower. Start with this punch and step. All right, ready? Okay, let's do it. Punch. Bong Chuan. Left foot front. Bong Chuan again. Left foot stays front. Bong Chuan again. Left foot stays front. Okay. It's simple, right? It's not as easy as it looks. It's not. All right, this forward. I'm going. There is no hesitation in this. I'm going forward. I am. I'm going forward. And the idea that you would want to receive my fist is, yeah, probably not something. It not something that you would really want. No, if I target here, just center the abs, the diaphragm. If you hit somebody in the abs at the diaphragm, you're going to knock the wind out of them. Opportunity, right? There's an opportunity. I'm going forward. I am. This Xingyi does that. With that idea in mind, going forward. No hesitation, going forward. Pay attention to the angle of the arm as you extend. No. Yes. Here, your entire shoulder can be behind that punch. Here, you got nothing but your arm. Okay? So if I need to go here, I'm not using this particular punch. I'm not. Here, bit lower, and I set my hip into it. Okay? Shoulder, hip. Now I'm going to step closer up here. Here, I got my shoulder behind this. Here, my hip. That little bit of difference, I talked about this at the very beginning. I don't have shoulders to work with. I don't. They're both still here, and they're both pretty good, but it's not my strength. This is my strength down here. All right? So if I rely on something that I don't have to do something that I can't do, why? When that little tiny bit of adjustment, just that little bit, go back and rewind. It's this much. It's that much difference. Gives me my advantage. All right? From downward punch. So we just finished. This is the last part of Swallow Flies Through the Forest. Ready, Bong Chuan. 1. Bong Chuan again. Bong Chuan again. 1, 2, 3. Sip of coffee for a second. And yes, I am going to give the next couple of moves, so hang in there. All right, so as we finish Bong Chuan, right, this, turn the waist, turn the waist, turn the waist. Where's my fist? This is my range, right here. That's about the range for this fist. Not much, is it? I can increase that a little bit. Engage the legs, right? So the more I engage the legs, the more up and down I've got, the more range I have. I'm not moving my hand, I'm moving my legs, right? That gives me more. If I move too far outside my range, what is my range? Because my range is different than yours. If I move too far outside my range, I lose strength. If I lose the physical strength, how can I apply the internal strength? I can. It's harder, and it's not nearly as effective. What's my range? This is know what you can do, right? What's my advantage? My hips. What's my disadvantage? My shoulders, okay? So, I need to pay attention to both so that I use what I can and I don't set myself up for something that I can't do, right? All the way through practice, we pay attention to this. All right, this this part from the downward punch, and then bong chuan, and then we're going to do the next piece. Downward punch, step 1, step 2, step 3. One more time. Downward punch, step 1, step 2, step 3. It does go fast, it does. All right. One more time. Downward. 1, 2, 3. All right, I'm going to turn around for a second. As we step, right? So, I'll short step. Right here. 1, 2, 3. Right foot is back, left foot front. Then turn to my right, right? Turn inward to the right, and then jump, end up this direction over here. pouch one. Let's go this way. So left foot front, left fist front. Right fist at the lower dantian. Turn the left toes, close the left fist in. Both fists turn over so they're facing down. Okay, now I can't hold the jump in the air, sorry. So, okay, so I'm here, and I'm going to turn to the opposite side. So as about where my left foot is, that's where my right foot is going to go as I land. A couple of times. Don't step too long, okay? Leave yourself enough room to whatever your space is. Step up, bong chuan, bong chuan. One more, bong chuan. Close, turn. Excuse me. Tiger. Tie bird. Tiger. Tiger. Tiger has claws. All right? So as I step up, grab, pull in, and I'm going to the opposite 45. So this is my straight line. I'm on a 45 here. Pull in, grab, pounce. Tiger. What does it? Anybody got a cat? Cats. Pounce. Okay. So as I step up, and I'm going to say this because I gotta say this. Okay, my fingers are not terribly strong. They're not. I could work on it and strengthen them some more, but they're never going to be all that strong. A long list of things that go with. This move, Tiger, is advantageous for someone who has strong fingers. And if you're female and you've got your nails and your nails are done and they're really strong, that will hurt. It will. It will. It'll hurt. All right? It's a tiger. Cat's got the claws out, right? We really want to think about that. We do. All right. As we from this downward punch, step up, bong chuan, step up, bong chuan, step up, bong chuan, close, pao chuan, step up, empty step, pull in, step out to the right, and grab. So here, turn in, jump, right? Step up, pounce. Okay, and think more about, we're going to do this a couple more times, think more about the full hand and using the laogong, the center and the palm, to grab. The physical movement to grab is not nearly as strong as if you're extending your internal energy, jing, by jing, qi, internal breath, through the lao using sticky energy. There's different kinds. I have textbooks, okay? So, so stick and grab. Your hand's not going anywhere. It's stuck there. Whatever your hand's stuck on is what it's staying, right? That effort comes through the lao gong. It comes through the internal energy, not from the physical effort. All right, so left foot front, left fist front. The last one, turn the foot, pull the fist in, jump. Now I'm walking through it. Step up with the left, step up with the right, pull in, step out with the right, close the left behind. Step up with the right, both fists closed. Step out to the left, punch from underneath. All right, and let me. This is the Mythical Tie Bird, the giant pterodactyl is a good metaphor for the tie bird. Okay, not really a bird, not really a lizard, it's not a dragon, it's a mythical bird. Okay, and it's not the phoenix, because we have phoenix as a different bird. This is a tie bird. And both fists come around from the lower dantian and extend out. Notice where my arms are. Notice where both fists are. Alright? Not on here. It's here. Both fists are going for the same target. More or less. Right? This double punch. Arms stay down. It's not up here. It's down here. And it comes from underneath and up. Okay? So, no. Yes. No. Yes. That under, up, and out. Right there. Ouch! Yeah? That's we can't put aside the applications and pretend that they don't exist. Especially not with Xingyi. It's obvious and it's apparent, and we need to pay attention to it. Okay? There are multitudes of Tai Chi practitioners who pay attention almost exclusively to the health benefits that come from Tai Chi practice, and they are substantial. There's a lot of health benefits that come from Xingyi practice as well. With Tai Chi practice, some of the movements and some of the systems have become highly refined, so that unless you're taught, unless you know what you're supposed to be paying attention to, it's hard to see what the application is. Xingyi does not have that. Xingyis are right there. We know what we're doing. Alright, so, since we know what we're doing, let's do some more. This segment from step up, punch down, bong chuan, bong chuan, bong chuan. Pull in, pow chuan, step up, tiger, step up, tiger, turn around, tie bird. Feet together, stand straight. Yeah, don't do that. Relax for a minute. Feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight. Circle the arms, shift left, step down right. Step forward, left, bong chuan. Right, left. Down, jump, step up, tiger, and tiger again. Tie bird. One more time slowly, and then we're going to pick it up. Feet about shoulder width apart. Shift left. Downward punch. Bong chuan. Bong chuan again. One more time, bong chuan. Turn to the right, close the left. Jump. Step up. Tiger. Step right, tiger. Step left, tie bird. Open and close, footwork. At step, step close. Use that here. All right. At speed. Just this bit that we're working on. Stand straight. Relax the breath. Pay attention to the timing. And we're going to do this one more time after this. Pay attention to the timing as we step. And breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Step 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2. Now, add a little bit of strength. Just a little, not a lot, just a little bit. Physical strength and internal strength. Should be lively. Feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight. And yes, you should be able to hear it in my voice. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Relax. Breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. Step in, bong chuan. Bong chuan. Bong chuan. Down. Jump. Step up. Tiger. Tie bird. Relax. Close. All right. Strength. Close. Not so much strength this time. Well, we're working on this week. It'll be all right. Bong chuan. Close left. Gao chuan. Step up. I'm going forward. I am. I'm going. It's not a question. All right? This type of practice that we use a combination of slower movement to develop the physical skill that we need, right? If you don't know what the outer shape of the movement is, right? If I didn't slow this down so that you know that if this is straight, you know that we're on an angle here and I'm going to an angle here, right? My body's on this angle. I just turn around. If I didn't slow that down, how would you know? if I didn't talk about, I'm going to land in a horse stance, if I didn't explain what a horse stance is. All right? As we move this idea, particularly here, tiger, I have not seen a hesitant tiger. And I've not seen, other than in a zoo, I've never seen a real life tiger. I've only seen video. Right? Movies. Some animal pictures, right? I've never seen a hesitant tiger. Just haven't ever seen one. If you take that idea, if you take the idea behind the move, you get the shape of the movement, you get the intent behind the movement, you get the dynamic behind the movement. What's the nature of a tiger? If the tiger's going to pounce, it's going. Same in Xingyi, right? So as I step through, I'm exaggerating this. Pounce. Pounce. That idea carries through the move. Grab. Same thing. There's no hesitation here. Tiger is going to grab. I'm going to get. I'm getting. I got it. Whatever it is, I've got it. Pounce again. As we step through, keep that idea of sinking, right? This idea of pounce, down, sink more, come from underneath. This comes up from underneath. Takes work. It takes work. The outer shape, I've been doing this all this class, I'm going to keep doing it all week. All right, the outer shape of the form gives us the physics and the physical dynamic that we're going to be able to use in that particular movement. How, whatever body part we're talking about is placed matters. The position matters. The timing to get there matters. All right? The nature of Xingyi is immediate. It is forward and it is right there. Doesn't hesitate. No hesitation about it. All right. Relax for a second. We're going to do this piece one more time. I'm going to do a little preview. All right. So as we are finishing tiger, I'm going to go slow. I'm going to slow. Tiger, tie bird, horse, tiger, tiger, tie bird, horse. So, here, right here. This arm goes out. This one, you've got options. Surprise! Hi, how are you? It's on the other side as well. It can go either place. Tend to go under. Don't tend to go over. Tend to go under, because this arm out here is right here across your chest. Okay, so this arm going over, not as good as under. And besides, you got the surprise under. All right. So as we change from tie bird, hands open, come out to the other side. Do this a couple of times. I'm step over, step left, tie bird. Step up, step left to step right. Again, tie bird, left, step left to go right. Left foot front, step left to go right. The release of the weight so that you can step on the foot that you've got in front. Keep in mind that in Xingyi we have 60% of our weight on the back leg and 40% on the front. Makes it easier to step. It does. I'm going to stop here for today. We're going to keep covering all of this week. This is class for this week. So tomorrow I'm going to focus again on this idea of connecting the strength, the physical strength, with the internal strength and the internal energy. This is jing and jing. Jing, jing. One is different character than the other, right? And they have different meaning. So we pay attention to jing, the internal energy, the internal quality that we use with our internal strength and our external strength, together with the physical dynamic, the physics, literal physics and geometry. We do the math, the physics and geometry that go behind the move. What are we doing? What are we doing? And how can we best apply what we have? You gotta know what you have. How can we best apply what we have to doing that? How can we turn what may be a disadvantage into an advantage? My hips are wide. I don't get up off the ground very easily. But I can turn really well, and if I use my hips, I have a lot of strength. If I'm trying to jump, my hips are a disadvantage. If I'm trying to turn, my hips are an advantage. Which one am I going to work on? I'll be back tomorrow. We'll do this again. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much.